Hello Williams class, I hope you had a lovely weekend. For your PSHE lesson today, the learning objective is, can I think of ways to distract myself? Do you remember the book we started to read last week? It was The Book of Hopes by an author named Catherine Rundell. So we will be reading another story from it today. So what I would like for you to do is you can close your eyes and listen if you would like to, put some calming music on in the background, or you can read along out loud with me. Care of exotic pets. Number 1, the axolotl at bedtime. Never give your axolotl chocolotl in a bottle. Serve it in a tiny egg cup, not too cold and not too hottle. Make him sip it very slowly, not too much, never a lottle. After all, he's just a sleepy, snuggly, bedtime axolotl. Then tuck him very gently in his hand-carved wooden cottle. Turn the light out, 7:30, never later, on the dottle. Sing him songs of salamanders, give it everything you've gottle, as there's nothing like a tune to serenade your axolotl. Brush his gills out on the pillow, never mind the whys or wattle. Once he's deeply all a-slumber, sweetly snoring, off you trottle. Think of him, snug in his dreamland, flying kites or sailing yachtle. Then you'll sigh, you've done your duty, time to clean the pans and pottle. Come tomorrow, he'll be one fresh, keen as mustard, axolotl. Today's PSHE lesson is all about distraction activities. During this time, if you are feeling bored, lonely, sad or scared, doing a fun activity to distract yourself from some rather tricky feelings can really help. So I thought I'd give you a few ideas that you could try at home for yourselves. Family portrait. Draw a picture of everyone in the home with you. So if it was me doing this activity, I would draw a picture of my mum, my dad, my brothers and my sister. And then maybe to challenge myself, I would draw a picture of my niece as well. But that would be quite tricky to do. But that was what I would draw. You can use colouring pencils, colouring pens, paint. You could use different types of materials to draw or to design maybe some of the clothes that you include in your family portrait. Really, it's completely up to you the way this portrait would go. You could build a den, make your own private place using a couple of chairs and an old sheet or towel. Now, I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret, boys and girls. I used to do this all the time when I was little. The way that I used to do it was I had a bunk bed when I was younger, and I would share my bedroom with my sister. So we had a bunk bed. So I would take the duvet from the bottom bunk and I would then hang it over the top bunk. So it's like a little bit of a door that you just sort of open up and you can go and sit inside your secret den and you can do whatever you want in there. You can watch movies, you can play games, you can just have a nice little chat with somebody, you can read a book if you take a light in there. I know nowadays we have those portable lamps, don't we? You just take a little light, a reading light, and have a bit of quiet time to yourself. So I used to do this a lot. I never used to call it a den, I used to call it a playhouse or a tree house, I think, even though it wasn't on a tree. That's just Miss Gulzar when she was younger for you. So take it from me, it is actually one of the best activities to do. You could get very creative. You can put fairy lights inside, you can put some of your favorite toys inside, and it's a very nice safe place to go to if you're ever feeling like you just need a bit of time to yourself, or with your friends, but just in a nice little private area or space in your house. My favorite song. Make up a dance to your favorite song, and if you want, you can perform it to the rest of the family. I must ask, if you are deciding to perform this, you have to record it on Tapestry because I do not want to miss that. I know I've got some very, very talented dancers in the classroom, so I'm hoping to see a fair few of you giving this activity a try. Same letter or colour. Make a list or draw a picture of all the things in your home that start with the same letter or are the same colour. So you could make a list of all the items in your house that begin with the letter E. So I would do eggs in the kitchen. What else begins with E? Electric fan, if you have an electric fan. E is a bit of a tricky letter, but that's the idea. Or you could do the same color. So for example, all the items that are gray. Gray is a nice color because this room is very gray. So I would say my flooring is gray. The sofa is gray. My laptop is gray. My lighting looks a little bit grey. The sky is grey. So you could just sit down and have a little bit of a think about items that start with the same colour, or items that start with the same letter, or items that are the same colour. It's just a nice little bit of quiet time for you again. Beat your own record. Run up and down your stairs or your living room. Start with 10 times and then do more each day so you beat your record each time. This doesn't have to be in your house. It could be in the garden if you have a garden, in the driveway if you have a driveway. Make it nice and active. Go outside. Just a nice open space, I would say. Stairs in the living room are my go-to options just because I feel like, I mean, unless you live in a block of flats, in which maybe you could run up and down the stairs in your flat, but I'm not sure others would appreciate the noise. But just really think outside the box. Think about where you can beat your own records by still staying active at the same time. 3 things. Stop and keep very still. Listen. What are 3 things you can hear? Look. What are 3 things you can see? Feel. What are 3 things you can touch? Pebble art. On your next walk, look for a nice smooth pebble. Decorate it when you get home using paints, paper, glue, and felt tips. Drive-in movie. Take a big cardboard box and decorate it to look like a car. Put a cushion inside, sit in front of your screen, and enjoy your favourite film, TV show, or game. So those are some activities that you could do at home to help you stay nice and distracted during a time that's as weird as the lockdown. Now, your 3 tasks for today are as follows. Task number 1. Make a list of some distraction activities you would like to take part in. Now, make sure that all the activities follow our golden rules. One of them being that what I choose does not hurt me or anybody around me. Task number 2, once you have finished task number 1, is to make a video of yourself doing 1 or more, if you prefer, of the distraction activities that you listed. Task number 3, finally, is to create a video instructing somebody how to do a specific distraction activity. And when I say to look back at your instructional writing, what I am talking about is just the fact that when you're instructing somebody, think back to all the different features in your instructional writing that would really help the person following the instructions. So for example, you've got your time connectives, tell them when to do something. Firstly, secondly, after that, finally. Make sure that you include your imperative verbs, because without them, the person will not know what to do. Make sure that they are short and snappy instructions, just so then the person following them stays on track and they are able to, they're able to see what they have to do more clearly. Now think back to your instructional writing in English. So those are your 3 tasks to do. Just a quick reminder that what I will be looking for on Tapestry, or what I will be looking for from you, is to have done task 1. So what I would like for you to do is just to come up with a list of some activities that you would like to do in order to stay distracted. Once you have finished that, if you find that you've got some time left over and you would like to do some more activities for this lesson, then you can move on to task 2, which is the video, and task 3, which is another video giving somebody else instructions. So do not overwhelm yourself. Do not give yourself the stress of thinking, I don't have the time, I have this to do and that to do. Make sure that task 1 is completed, and then as for the rest, only do them if you have the time to do them. Make sure to post all of your work on Tapestry for me to see and for me to give feedback on. That's all from me for your PSHE lesson for today, Williams class. Enjoy, really think about what makes you happy and what would help you to stay distracted, because during a time like lockdown, a lot of us are missing our friends. A lot of us wish that we could be with them and we could be with other members of our families as well. So staying distracted, staying busy is the way to go, if you ask me. So really think to yourself, what could I do to help myself to stay distracted? Staying distracted is one of the ways in which you could make yourself happier as well. So it's always a nice idea to do that. Take care, Williams class, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.